Hey kiddos, we're going to talk about a little bit about light energy today. So there's some vocabulary that is critical that you understand in relation to light energy. So the first one is going to be reflection. Now, you know when you go to the restroom or you go somewhere that there's a mirror, you see your reflection. But we really need to talk about what is the light energy actually doing to allow you to see your reflection. So we're going to put some keywords here. Reflection is simply the bouncing off of light on a surface. So bouncing off light energy from a surface. So let's draw an example of what this looks like. So if I have a surface here, let's just say that it's a mirror or another shiny surface, and light energy is striking it here. So it's traveling in this direction. The rule for reflection is it's always going to bounce off at the same angle. So if we're coming in at this angle, we're going to see the light bounce off in the same angle. So this is how you see a reflection when you look in the mirror. The light's actually bouncing off, and you see that image being reflected from the mirror. So bouncing off is our key words here for reflection. The next word is refraction. It looks a lot like reflection. We just have a couple of letters that are different here. I want you to focus on this little letter R. And refraction is bending light rays as they pass through a different medium. A medium is just a different sense, like glass into water or air into water. Okay, so let's say, for instance, one thing that you're going to do in the lab this week is you're going to have a cup of water or a jar of water, and let's say here's your water level. Okay, you're going to put a pen or a pencil into the water and just kind of let it lean over to the side. So here's my pencil, my pen, whatever I'm working with. But what we're going to notice is at the surface of the water, this pencil is going to appear broken. It's going to look like it's shifted over. That's because of refraction. As the light is traveling from the air into the water, it's actually bending the light rays as it goes from air to water. And how can you remember this? Well, I remember this because this little R in this word is bent over, right? It's bending that little letter R. Where the little letter L here in reflection kind of looks like that mirror. And so I can remember reflection is going to be bouncing off the surface. Refraction is the bending of the light as it passes through the medium. So two other words that we need to look at. One is transmit. So if we transmit light, you are allowing the light to pass through. So if we have a clear window, so I'll just draw an example of a window over here. That clear glass is going to allow the light, so let's draw like some light rays maybe coming in, and they're going to pass on through the window, right? And then the other one would be absorb. Now we hear that word absorb and we're thinking, oh, like a paper towel absorbs water, or like a sponge will absorb water. It's the same word, but we're talking about absorbing light. So where we see transmit allows light to go through, absorb will not allow light to pass through. Not allow light to pass through. So our example here, let's just draw like a table, okay? And let's just say it's a wooden table. Okay. So got my little legs here. Okay. And I've got a flashlight, and I'm going to shine it towards the surface of the table. You notice no light is passing through to the underside of the table because it's being absorbed into the table. Black paper, black cloth, colors that are very dark purple, dark blue, will absorb a lot of light. And because of this, when you go out in the sun in like a black shirt, with our dark colors here, you will feel the sun's energy, the light energy being absorbed into those colors, and those are very hot. So typically, you don't want to wear these on a hot summer day because they are absorbing the sun's light energy. Now, 3 other terms that I want to talk to you a little bit about. We've got opaque, that's a Q. We've got translucent and transparent. Okay, these are terms that are describing how well light can pass through objects. The table would be considered opaque. No light gets through. Okay, so anything that is blocking light from passing through would be considered opaque. So you could say table here. You could also say a mirror because no light is passing through a mirror. It's just bouncing off. Translucent would be like wax paper, where we can see some of the light coming through, but it's not all of the light. Like I couldn't clearly see your face if we had a piece of wax paper up between me and you. I would be able to see maybe the color of your shirt or something like that, but I wouldn't be able to see the details of your face. The lights that we have here at school, we have a translucent covering on those. Let's see if I can turn it to show you that. So you see those there. There's a whiteness to them, but I can't see the bulbs themselves because it's considered translucent. Okay. If you held up a white t-shirt with a light behind it, you would be able to see the light coming through, but you're not going to be able to see the detail. Transparent, so only sunlight gets through on translucent. Transparent, all of the light passes through. So this would be like a clear window, anything that's going to let all of that light travel through it. Okay, so these are all some terms that you will hear as you are watching videos about light energy, some activities that we're doing. We are going to do a lab later on this week, so I want to make sure you understand these terms before we get to that lab because you're going to have to do some writing about those. Let me know if you have any questions.